Hey, Sandy Reese here of Get Fully Funded, where we show nonprofits how to raise all the money they need to fund their good work. You know, one of the best ways to do that is to set up consistent or recurring income, like from a monthly giving program or even an annual giving program. And a really great way to turn that into a lot of money is to set up a major giving club where you have people giving, let's say, $1,000 a year every year, simply because they love the work that you're doing. I have several clients who have done that sort of thing. They've started from scratch, and also clients who have grown those that are already in existence. Today I want to introduce you to a client who did a fantastic job of growing her major gift program. In fact, she grew about 58%, bringing an additional about $40,000 into her organization. It's Courtney Steckel, the Director of Development at the Humane Society of Greater Dayton, and I'm going to let her tell you her story.
We have the Carol Phillips Society. Mrs. Phillips is still a major donor with our organization, for our organization. And those donors that are that are members of the Carol Phillips Society donate $1,000 or more annually. And then we have different levels, different tiers where they receive tickets to our major events and that type of thing, depending on what level they give. As of January of 2014, we had 80 Carol Phillips Society members. We are now at 139. We did multiple things. First of all, I have a great team, which makes all the difference in the world. So I focus on the relationship part of each of these members. Not only doing face-to-face meetings, Brian, our CEO, and I would have focus group meetings where we would meet with Carol Phillips Society members and just update them on what we have going on at the shelter and build the relationship. It was not an ask of any kind. We would just meet them for lunch, coffee, whatever, just to kind of update them on what their money is going towards. And then also doing emails, just thank you emails, and showing them pictures of animals that have been adopted with their adoption dates and their names and their pictures as well, which donors love. We have a wonderful marketing manager who would create, when I would have a Carol Phillips Society event, which is something else that we've been doing the past few years, just a thank you event, which was a suggestion when I initially met with Sandy. She said, I think this would be a great way to get your donors more involved, get your CPS members more involved, and they have loved those events. They had those previously, but they had kind of waned, and so we brought those back and kind of made them bigger and better than ever. So the CPS members have loved those. In terms of advice, I would say the biggest thing is communication and making sure that these major donors know what their money is going towards, and making sure that they know how valued they are as people, that they're not just dollar signs to us. And I know Sandy talks a lot about this as well in a lot of her webinars. But as development officers and development directors and major gift officers, we focus on sometimes, okay, this is how much money we need for the budget this year. And instead of focusing on the people, sometimes you lose sight of that because you are so focused on raising the dollars. So it really, that's the biggest thing I would say when starting a major gifts program is create tiers, create levels of what you want the program to look like, who will be in this society. And then from there, it's about building the relationship with these donors. So once somebody gives, continuously thanking them and letting them know what their money is going towards. Using Sandy, working with Sandy and using her resources and her ideas has been a tremendous help to me. I can give you an example. I was trying to reach a major donor, actually about a feasibility study. We are getting ready to go through a capital campaign, and was having a hard time reaching her through her assistant. And Sandy mentioned that some organizations have started doing these video thank yous. So I did one, a personal one to her, holding a puppy. Within 2 days, her assistant reached out and said, actually, she's ready to listen. She's ready to see your feasibility study. So I definitely think that would be the other piece of advice. Obviously, I highly recommend Sandy, but having a mentor and a coach that can give you those ideas, because sometimes you become too close to whatever the issue is you're trying to solve, and it really is nice to have outside people who are saying, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So those would be my recommendations.